Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I really wanted to go through some of my most neglected items of makeup that this is kind of like what made me try to not purchase new makeup before going through all of these items, at least most of these items. If you want to see all these items that are my most neglected, please keep watching. I did film this makeup look, so it'll probably most likely be up before this video, but yeah, I really love it. Okay, so we are just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Still drinking this. Okay, the first makeup item that I want to talk about is this Blacklight Highlight 6-color palette from BH Cosmetics. So this is a highlighter palette, and it is just very colorful. Like, these shades are just so bright, and the only times I can think of when I would wear them is maybe like for festival season makeup looks. So I'm going to swatch a few of them and maybe it'll change my mind. So we're going in with the shade Queen, which is a very blue shade. It looks kind of like an iridescent green here. We're going to go in with Laser, which is a very pale green shade, which is showing up really green in person, maybe on camera as well. But that is pretty gorgeous, actually. These might actually be good for eye looks. I'm pretty excited to go through this stuff because maybe I'll feel more inspired. This is Electra. It is like a really yellowy gold, but it is like almost blue white, like white with a bluish purple undertone in person. We're gonna go in with this really pale pink shade. It's called Illusion. Looks like it has some purple reflex. That one is very reflective. That is pretty. It is really gorgeous, actually. Next, we're gonna go in with this very pink shade called On Point. Ooh. That is very pink with some like purple reflex. And the last shade is Strobe, which is like a very kilowatt white. So there are all of them swatched. They're actually very nice quality. They're much more pigmented than I thought. So I actually really like these. I might use these in the future. Okay, the next item that I want to talk about is the contour kit, the powder contour kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the light to medium. I did use this quite a bit when I first got it, but I just didn't really like how the shades would look on my skin. I just thought the bronzers looked very orange. This one has a little bit more of a neutral tone as a base, but these ones just, I couldn't make it work for me. And then the banana shade is pretty nice. It's pretty nice there. And then the highlight shade, which doesn't seem like they have names, is, I don't know if it's really considered a highlight. I think it might be more of like a brightening all over powder. My hair is just not working with me, guys. So yeah, not too much to say, just can't really make this one work for me. Maybe I need a different shade range, so probably won't be using this in a future video. The next thing is an eyeshadow palette that I got. So the first thing I purchased from Morphe, and it is the 35F palette. It is quite large, and this is what it looks like. It's really beautiful for fall, and I think what makes me not, like, I will open it and look at it and be like, oh, should I use this? But it's very overwhelming. I think that's the main reason. But there are also more shimmer shades than there are mattes. It's just the bottom row that is matte. They're really pretty mattes though, I like them. And there's so many shimmers in here that are like very beautiful. I'll swatch a few of them. Now, I don't know any of their names, but I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to swatch this like charcoaly gray one. It looks really pretty. Ooh, it's like a very bronzed greenish. That is really beautiful. And it is very pigmented. Next, I want to swatch this like reddish gold kind of coppery shade. Wow, that is so pretty. This is actually so fun to go through my makeup. That is like a fire shade. That is so pretty. Next, I'm going to swatch this really gold shade here. Wow. Just wow. Now this is much more of like a coppery gold shade. That is so pretty. This is why I need to go through my makeup more. What do you guys think I should dedicate my next video to? Just using this palette? That might be fun. There's so many options in here. I'm gonna go in with a few of the neutral shades and see how they swatch. This is kind of like a champagne-y color. Wow. That's wild. Do you see that? I'm gonna go in with this one. Is pretty similar. Might be a little bit more on the tone down. So this one is much more bright and sort of white. This one kind of looks like it has some peachy reflex in it. And I'll go in with a shimmery shade. This one is like kind of a purpley pink. So the quality of these ones are very nice. The quality of this palette is really beautiful. And I'm also like a makeup collector, so it's very hard for me to get rid of makeup. Just because I'm a little bit of a hoarder. I'll think there's a time when I am gonna use that. So definitely will be keeping this. I do like this palette. Like, again, this is just kind of like Forever 21. prior to going bankrupt. You know, you walk into that store and you're like, there's so much going on. I want it all, but I want nothing at the same time, kind of deal. So that's this, the 35F palette. Next, this is one of my most neglected palettes, and I wish I could use it more. I just get, again, so overwhelmed with the colors in here. Sometimes I find it hard to have like a color story. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't know what colors go well together. After what, 5-6 years of playing with makeup, I still am like, I don't know what colors look good together. But this is the Kylie Jenner Naughty palette. My beautiful sister Kelly got this for me. And the colors in here are so gorgeous. There's just so many different colors that I get overwhelmed. I'm like, I don't know what to use. So let me swatch a few of them. This is the brown Hottie Toddy. That is very pigmented, super beautiful. It's like a very velvety matte shade with just a kiss of gold reflex. That's very beautiful. I'm gonna swatch Saint Nick, which is a very bright matte shade. That is really pretty. A little bit patchy, but still really pretty. Whew, I have the AC off and it is smoldering. Next I'm gonna swatch this really pretty silver shade called Snowflake. And this might be like the perfect New Year's Eve shade. Whoa! That is nuts. That is crazy. That is really beautiful. Yeah, I think that would be the ultimate New Year's Eve shade. Next, we'll swatch the very gold shade Glazed. That is a really beautiful gold. Very Christmassy. That is so beautiful. And then I kind of want to swatch this super charcoaly deep shimmer shade called Mischief. Okay, so my camera keeps overheating, so I think we left off with the Kylie Jenner Naughty palette, and I'm totally going to use this for the New Year's Eve look, which is pretty far away, but I'm going to use it nonetheless. The next one I want to talk about is this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, Oh my gosh, it like totally blends in with the backdrop. Rainforest of the Sea eyeshadow palette. I do really like these colors, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, I feel like maybe it's because they just don't scream out to me. But I'll swatch a few of them. Okay, so this one is called Mermaid. It is like a really soft, taupey brown. It like almost blends in with my skin. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it. Next we'll go in with Wave, which this is probably my least favorite color. I just don't like cool toned like colors that much. It's like purpley gray. This one is really pretty though. This one is Abyss. It is a very deep brown. So pretty. And the last one is Reef. I like this one too. It's a little bit more of a golden brown. But yeah, I like it. And of course I'm not going to get rid of it, but I just don't use it as much as I would like to. And so I think I'm making this video maybe to get some opinions on which makeup items you guys think I should use, or maybe just help me creatively and be like, you should use these together, or whatever the case. Next is the Lorac Mega 2 Pro Palette. It is also one of the palettes that is pretty overwhelming. I do really like most of these shades though. It's just a little overwhelming, you know? Like I look at this and I'm like, oh, what did I want to do? But I feel like the formula is really nice. It is, they're very smooth, and I really love the Lorac eyeshadow palettes. So trying to get out of my comfort zone also, I think, is because I don't really use cool tone eyeshadows that often, but I want to swatch Gunmetal and Olivine. Katie and Desi did this No Mirror Makeup Challenge, and I think Katie used the shade Olivine, which is like a really greeny shimmer shade. That is really pretty. I do like that. We need to swatch Gunmetal. Oh, they feel like butter in the pan. This is another really like New Year's Eve shade. Let me swatch Moonlight, which is a very seashell kind of shade. Yeah, I definitely want to try to utilize more of the shades in this palette. This is kind of like my arena that I'm really nervous to use, but I definitely want to try, and I think it'll help me with like my creative block. But I do like this one. I used this one quite a bit when I first got it. And the last makeup palette that I want to talk about is the MAC Rock and Rebel palette. It is literally the scariest thing to me because I just don't know what shades I would use, and there's no shade names on here, but I am going to swatch some of them. I'm just like so intimidated by these shades. Like, if I try something, is it gonna look nuts? So this really pretty blue, oh, this looks like the sea. Wow, that is insanely beautiful. I need to use this. This matte, I don't know, this is like a very blue, almost gray shade. It's matte. That might look kind of cute together. This very golden bronze shade is probably going to be gorgeous. Very bronzy gold. I immediately think like Cleopatra when I see that. This like white, light silvery shade reminds me of, well, now that I'm swatching it, could be also like residue left over. It kind of reminds me of like snow or Christmas ornaments in the pan. I really do want to use this palette more, but again, I just don't know what to do when I look at shades like this. These shades are kind of staying on. This, I don't remember what shade that was, but that is like pinned, stained. So that's it for eyeshadow. I'm gonna get into some lipsticks. My number 1 least used lipstick is, this one is from CoverGirl, and it is the Katy Perry collab. This one I think is called Pounce Chat Sauvage. It is a very pastel-y purple, and I didn't purchase this. I got this at BeautyCon. It's just a little bit too pale of a purple for me. If I'm gonna wear a purple, I want it to be like deep, deep, deep purple. So not much to say. This is also kind of like, I don't like the consistency on my lips. I feel like it's very sticky and just not my vibe. The next one is this Anastasia Dolce liquid lipstick. I really do like the color, but on my lips I feel like it just kind of washes me out, and maybe for a center shade it'll look good, but I don't like it on its own. And next are the Patrick Star and MAC lip glosses, I believe, in, oh, they're lip glasses. Cream Pie and Fashion Punch. Fashion Punch is this darker one. I think I'm just not a huge fan of these super sticky lip formulas, which these are. It's a pretty nude, maybe over some darker liner like MAC Strip Down. This one I think is just too light. I think I'm also just not a huge fan of like the mauve shades. Like, I want a true nude. So there's those. Next is the Kylie Cosmetics Snow Sparkle. And I like the idea of this. One, I don't like the brush. It is literally like a brush. And I don't know, I just am not a fan of this. Maybe for like a Halloween look, because it is like a clear liquid with blue reflex. And I just, blue purple reflex. And I'm just not brave enough to just wear this randomly. Next is the mini Snowball. I also am not a huge fan of metallic lips. I feel like they are just not flattering on my lips. I feel like I have a weird setup where when I apply certain things on my lips, it makes my lips actually look smaller, and that is the opposite of what I want. So I feel like this just is not the business. It's really pretty though. I think it looks really gorgeous. Next is this NARS, what is this? Satin lip pencil. And I feel like it just does absolutely nothing. I am not a fan of the color. I don't know, it's just not not my number one thing. And last for lips is the Milani Matte Diva. Future J editing here. I don't know what happened to the footage of me swatching this, but this is just one of the shades that is so terrifying that I find myself not using it all the time. So it's a very matte, dry formula also, but yeah, so that's one shade that I just really don't use that much. Those are just a few of the items in my makeup collection that I neglect, and I am trying super hard to use more and just be a little bit more creative and just kind of appreciate the makeup that I have. I think also I was watching this video by Raw Beauty Christy, and she was talking about how often beauty companies release makeup and like their launches, they're constant, and myself, like obviously I am always like, I'm gonna miss out if I don't purchase this the day it launches, or I'm not getting everything, or I'm behind on the times or something. Like, I don't know what it is, but Raw Beauty Christy was saying like, maybe we don't need to buy every new product that launches. We need to just use the makeup that's in our collection that we have. And I was like, oh, I am trying so hard to do that. And like, why are these companies not letting me? Like, these makeup launches can't even have enough time to shine and have their moment. Like, the Kylie Cosmetics holiday collection just launched, and now the KKW Beauty Artist and Muse collection just launched, and I'm like, oh, I want them all. I'm missing out. I want the Muse, the Artist and the Muse collection much more than the holiday collection, but again, that is just the life. I'm rambling now, so I'm gonna end this video. I hope you guys liked it. Please leave your comments in what you in the down bar, rather the comment section. I need to finish my coffee. Leave your comments on what you guys think I should use next. I'm up for any of the creative, scary points in the makeup that I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna look good, but that's what makeup is for, just to have fun. And the great thing, like I'm sure so many beauty influencers have said, is it is so easy to just take it off at the end of the day or right after this video. So I'm rambling. This video is not making any more sense. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you guys in my next one.